Hi guys, this is a 3.2 notes for Algebra 2. This deals with adding, subtracting, and multiplying polynomials. Um, so there's two arrangements that you can do for adding. You can do it vertically, where you line up the terms, right, the like terms. See how the x squareds are above each other, the x's and the constants, and there's no other x cubed, so that's by itself. So 3 plus nothing, right, gives us 3x cubed. And all you're doing is adding together the coefficients. So 12x squared plus 5x squared is 17x squared. 9x squared minus 6x squared, 9x minus 6x gives us positive 3x. And then 6 plus 7 gives us 13. Right, so you just add the coefficients together. So you write the polynomials, aligning the terms vertically, and then you add the coefficients together of each term and keep the terms as they are, like x cubed, x squared, x. The other way is doing it horizontally, where we write the polynomials in standard form, so meaning highest degree to lowest degree. And then what we do is group them, all the x squareds together, all the x's, so 2x minus 2x, and then all the constants, just plus 1. So we get negative 6x squared plus 0x, because this becomes 0, and then plus 1, so negative 6x squared plus 1 is your solution. Fairly simple, it's just essentially combining like terms. All right, now subtracting. We can again use vertical arrangement or horizontal. Okay, the first thing though is that you want to change this second parentheses from a subtraction to addition. So change to addition by taking the opposite of the second parentheses. Okay, so right, we change this to a plus, and we took the opposite. So instead of negative 6x squared, now we have plus 6x squared. Opposite of negative 2x is positive 2x. Opposite of 1 is negative 1, right? Add the opposites of the second polynomial. Okay, so we can see right now we can just add them. So we add the coefficients like we did for addition. So 6 plus 9 is 15, so 15x squared. 2x, and then 2 plus negative 1 becomes 1. The horizontal arrangement, right? First thing we need to do is add the opposite. So instead of having the subtraction, we change it to addition, and we change all of the terms in the second parentheses to the opposite of what they are. Right? So this becomes negative 4x cubed, x cubed, so on and so forth. So 6 minus 4x cubed, right? And then 3x squared minus 8x squared. Then we have 2x plus 2x and 9 minus 5, and then let's clean them up. We get 6 minus 4 is 2x cubed. 3 minus 8 is minus 5x squared. 2 plus 2 is 4x, and 9 minus 5 is 4. And here is your polynomial after subtraction. So why don't you try these two this addition and subtraction problem. You can do it either way, vertically, horizontally, whatever one you're more comfortable with. And then pause this right now, and then I'll show you the solutions. So what I did is I kind of marked the like terms together. So in the first one, like I circled some of the like terms, I squared them, I underlined them, I squiggly lined them, so on and so forth, and then just added them together. B, same thing, except I had to change it to a plus sign first and take the opposite of this whole parentheses each term, and then I combined them like in part A. All right, now comes multiplying polynomials. So very similar, just to multiplying using the FOIL method when you multiply two binomials, but instead you're going to distribute every term in the first parentheses to the second parentheses, but there can be more than two terms in a parentheses. So, like I said, we're going to take each term and distribute to all the terms in the next parentheses. So 2m times 3m squared plus 2m times negative 4m plus 2m times 2 plus, now we're going to use the second term and multiply it to all the other terms as well. So we get 5 times 3m squared plus 5 times negative 4m plus 5 times 2. All right, so let's multiply them all out. We have 6 multiplications. So we get 6m cubed minus 8m squared plus 4m plus 15m squared minus 20m plus 10. And then we combine our like terms. So this is by itself. We'll combine our x squareds. So 6m cubed plus 7m squared. Combine our m's, we get negative 16m. And then last is our constant, so plus 10. So that's how we multiply two polynomials together. You take the terms in the first one, distribute every term in the second parentheses. The next one, we have a problem where there's 3 polynomials. So you're going to only focus on the first 2, and then you'll bring down the third one and distribute what you get for the first 2 to the third one. All right. So we get mn times, so we get mn times mn plus mn times negative 2 plus 1 times mn plus 1 times negative 2. Right, and then we also have our mn plus 4 at the end. All right, so we get m squared n squared minus 2mn plus mn 2, and then combine our middle terms. So we get m squared n squared minus mn minus 2 all times mn plus 4. Right, and now we're going to have to distribute each of these terms. So we get mn times m squared n squared plus mn times negative mn plus mn times negative 2 plus, now we distribute the 4. Right, so first one is 4 times m squared n squared plus 4 times negative mn plus 4 times negative 2. So we get m cubed n cubed minus m squared n squared minus 2mn plus 4 m squared n squared. Right, that was from here. Then plus, minus 4mn minus 8. And then now we combine our like terms. This is by itself, so m cubed n cubed, or n squareds, m squared n squared added together becomes 3m squared n squared. Our mn's are negative 6mn, and then we have a minus 8 at the end. And there's our solution. Now what I want you to do is try these on your own. So what I'd like you to do is pause it. These are pretty much identical to our last problems that we did together. Just remember, right, when you multiply exponents, you add them. Right, so if example like n to the second times n to the seventh equals n to the ninth, you add them together. Okay, so here's the solutions. If you have any questions about these, make sure you let me know. But these should be the solutions for the two. Try it on your own. All right, so this is our last type of problem in this. So what we're gonna do is, this is a box is made out of rectangular cardboard, rectangular piece of cardboard that is 9 inches wide, 15 inches long. Square X inches on a side are cut out of the corners and the sides are bent upward. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to find the surface area and volume. The surface area of a rectangular prism is just our length times width, because it's flattened out, and then our volume would be our length times width times height. Okay, so it's 9 inches wide, but the width, right, we cut out this x from that 9 inches and this x, so width is actually 9 minus 2x, because we're subtracting 2 x's from it because we cut it out, right? And our length is 15, and then again we minus 2x. Okay, now when finding the surface area, right, the surface area is essentially that whole rectangle. Okay, so surface area would be just the area of rectangle minus the four corners, right? The area of the four corners. So the area of a rectangle would technically be 15 times 9, right? That would give us that area of that rectangle, or that surface area. But we're not including these four areas right here. So minus 4, and then each of those square boxes are x squared, right? Because it's x times x gives you x squared for that area. So essentially we get 15 times 9, which is 135. I'm going to write this in standard form. So we get negative 4x squared plus 135 is our surface area. Okay, so now our volume is equal to the length times width times height. Well, in this case, height, if we push the box upward, right, our height would be just this x, right? That's how high it would be, because this is our height right here, right? If we didn't put it flat, right? So our height is equal to x. So length times width times height. We said length is 15 minus 2x. Width is 9 minus 2x. And right, so this is area. the shaded part of the area. Okay, and then times our height, which is x. So the easiest way to do this, I think, is just multiply the two binomials, and then we'll multiply the x at the end. So we get 15 times 9 is 135, right? 15 times negative 2x is negative 30x. Negative 2 times negative 2x times 9 is negative 18x. And then negative 2x times negative 2x is positive 4x squared. And then we have to multiply that whole piece times x. So essentially we're going to add x. I'm going to write it in standard form though. So 4x squared becomes 4x cubed, right? These combined give you negative 48x, right? So it becomes negative 48x squared when we multiply it by the x. And then the last one is plus 135x, right? And that's inches cubed because it's volume, where this one surface area would be inches squared, right? Because we're labeled as inches. All right, so these are extra examples, so I want you to try these on your own. They're just more examples to give you practice. If you pause it, I'll show you the solutions. And here are the solutions to those extra examples that I assign you just for more practice, because there's not too many new, difficult concepts, so the more practice, then you perfect these.